I seen this a lot. Crits specialty heal, which is
10
like this
seconds
Willow, and then
remaining.
like whenever they ran this Abed Puck
Yeah.
back in the days, it's
People
Yeah.
were trying to be
5
cute with the
seconds
whole
remaining.
vengeful spirit coil snap stuff, but
nah,
then
it was like
Dark
one single
Willow came
target.
out.
Yeah,
Dark Willow
AoE
comes
right
out.
there.
He's got the good stuff. And
Tidehunter.
all right, they do decide to go for the Tidehunter here, but the question is, is it going to be Kezu just trying to get that safe lane matchup against Lycan? Is there any opportunity for Thunder Predator? Are they going to try to lane dance this a bit and try to get a favorable
No,
matchup for the Lycan? Or
You
just...
for sure. Good prediction there, Dakota. But yeah,
10
Tidehunter
seconds
100% wants to lane versus He doesn't want to lane with any of these here cores. Definitely not Puck. He's gonna be
5
right click to
seconds
death, and
remaining.
he's gonna be really sad.
Dire
Lycan, it's like he
team
hates
back.
this lane, so it really forces them generally to want to jungle like level 3 or level 4 and give the support the lane if Tide somehow like completely dominates the lane. But if they can trade a little bit of farm, Tide will come out. Generally speaking, he comes out a little bit ahead, not too much. But the thing is, it's like you can never kill this hero, and you don't ever want to run your summons into this hero either.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
So crazy what they need. Quap can still play 4.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Moon Meander loves to have some fun 4 positions, so I could see him
So-
playing Queen.
So you can see Thunder Predator. It's like they left this Puck open. He can still play 3 or 2, and they're gonna see like, hey, let me see what Quap wants to do, and we can because if Quap is going mid, Puck's going mid 100%.
Yeah.
That's just like that's just how it's gonna work. Trying to see what is crazy. It's not about what is crazy like. What is Ritsu like? No, I mean sorry. I don't know what
Bryle
I'm saying.
slash
Bryle, yeah.
Moon, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I put crazy up top for some reason, but yeah. Bryle slash Moon.
Bryle slash Moon. Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
there's unless
Wait, what? I actually think Wyvern's good now. You have really good setup. This is the AoE that I'm talking about. It's like the
Yeah.
follow up
Dire
after the
team
curse,
pick.
which can work.
he doesn't want to play that. Trying to think if like
Kind of slow.
Nyx is
Or
even
some wave,
something.
some wave clear for
Oh, wave
sure.
clear.
Because like the wave clear isn't the greatest right now, unless Quap is core, I guess. Fine.
10 seconds remaining.
Pango. Ooh,
5 seconds remaining.
Pango's nice.
yeah, it's good for Slykin. It's not that good for
Radiant
Puck.
team pick.
Oh,
There's
it's gonna be
the
Moon.
rumor.
4 position Earth Spirit. I don't know what screams get Earth Spirit here, unless it's like just the value of having the silence to shut down Puck a bit and jump on
doesn't-
Dark Willow. But
Tri-lane, but it's because it's like now you have Earth Spirit. Now you for sure want to put Puck mid versus Quap because you don't want to roam on
Yeah.
a Puck.
yeah. And Puck's not easy to jump for a
10
roaming
seconds
Earth Spirit
remaining.
either. I'm a little sus on the Earth Spirit pick. I'm not gonna lie, a little sus,
5
but maybe
seconds remaining.
because
Think
it's
they
a
ran
big
that?
it's a feast or famine kind of hero, so you kind of want to get a lot going in that early game. But if they make it like a tri-lane thing, like you're mentioning, or maybe he does find the kills, I hope to be proven wrong. But I'm definitely a little sus on the Earth Spirit. Ooh, Razor comes out, and
wow, this
that's a
is
lane
tough.
dominator. What are they gonna do with that? Are they trying to match that instead up against the Tide Hunter?
I don't know what they're gonna do. This Puck. They're not gonna put Razor as Quap mid.
They might not even pick their heroes till the last second, and that's not a new thing. I've definitely been seeing that happen a lot now.
I mean, Lycan does do well versus Quap mid because he has his excess regen. You build this headdress and you out regen his Q. You just have to buy like a little bit of extra tangos, and once you get level 4, you're gonna be able to sustain. And Quap can't really kill his summons that easily, and so you throw the Puck off lane, and then this Tide versus the Razor, which makes the most sense. That's what I see. That's why they're waiting on the 3 cores. They see
10
but
seconds remaining.
Things look pretty straightforward for Crazy here as they pick their rolls up.
5 seconds
Thunder Predator have a
remaining.
pretty
Yeah.
fast lineup. This is not a scaling lineup. This might even be is mech still a thing on Razor? Is it like a get a mech on Razor and let's just barrel down lane situation? Or
no,
might be
you
other
want to build
type of
Yules. You just generally want to build Yules because even though he's playing carry position, Lycan is like I consider him the true carry.
yeah.
And like when you do get this Yules, it's to have full control over this troll. If he ever ulties, you throw him in the air, you suck his damage, and it's just like his ulti is gonna do nothing, and you're gonna be focusing your hero, and you feel really bad about that. Yeah, so they are actually doing it. So they're doing the Lycan mid and Razor safe lane. Because I was really thinking about like, if you put Puck mid, Razor or Lycan doesn't really want to go in the offlane against this troll or
Mhm.
whoever because I feel like they're just gonna feed.
Now,
But
can Crazy just put Kezu mid lane on the Tidehunter?
they can, so they have to adapt. That's what
Yeah.
I see because it's like if they leave the lanes that they are, I think Thunder Predator is just gonna steamroll this game.
For sure. All right, and then we'll just have to see if it's going to be this giant dance of the lanes. I actually, what I've seen, I don't know if it's a thing in Americas, but in some of the European games I've seen is the whole like not reveal who's mid lane, and instead the mid laner and a +1 support have been jungling until one of the teams revealed. I don't know if you caught that. It was an Enigma game against I can't remember who, but yeah, that somehow became a thing where teams would really try to not reveal their lanes and resort to an early jungle setup instead.
Prepare for battle.
But we'll see what's going to be happening here. If it's going to be
Smoke coming out from Thunder Predator, they might be going for an aggressive ward into like scanning out lanes, maybe first blood too. But their first blood potential isn't the greatest.
Kezu's already heading bottom, so maybe they're not even going to try to do anything funny. Maybe they'll anticipate Thunder Predator going to overthink it.
Remember I kind of mentioning about like when you throw this tide on like Dire, it's always a little bit harder to play because dragging the wave feels a little bit more awkward
Yeah.
comparatively from your Radiant. It's getting aggressive wards out. I like what they're doing. They want to make sure that they get the right lanes and that there's no like lane swaps from the Crazy side. Because it's like I said, it's like Thunder really they care a lot more about their lanes. But I think they just want to keep the
30
lanes kind of
seconds
normal
to
here.
battle.
Oh yeah, Bryle's got the new Queen of Pain set. He's a quad player after all. You got to have it. Seriously.
Such a sick set. This is probably one of the best sets I've seen.
Quite ridiculous. It's like when you see something that good, it's just like, can you just do all the heroes like that? Just make them all look that nice,
It won't even feel like Dota anymore. You know?
right? Oh yeah, for sure. The rule sets have been thrown. Alpine Ursa is no longer just
The
the
battle
stigma type of thing
begins.
here as we get underway in game number 2 action. Bounties out, and Crazy grab up both bounties from the bottom side. Thunder Predator will do the same on the other side. Moon takes his business all the way up to the top. He'll join the side of Ritsu on this one.
So the thing about this new Lycan mid against like these heroes that just spam, it's like because he has such a high regen already, high regen rate due to his aura, his ring of regen, and on top of that, this tier 1 in mid. Don't forget that it actually gives you 1 HP regen as well now too. It's really nice.
Yep. So Lycan Quappa, how's the matchup just work? Is it going to be fine for both sides? Is it just more Lycan favor because he has the benefit of the wolves and now that regen you were talking about to kick it?
Lycan will, I mean, it's kind of even at the beginning. I think it favors Quap very slightly, but the moment Lycan kind of gets like around level 3 or level 4, his wolves, like he has that extra cripple aura. You'll be able to like zone this Quap, and Quap is like very limited on rotations because the moment he kind of moves, Lycan's kind of free. He'll out farmer and be able to pressure the tower. You never want to really leave the lane like that.
Yeah.
And if he just stays in the lane, Lycan's gonna be able to farm the wave and the neutrals at the same time and have zero pressure onto him.
So I guess best case Bryle wins the lane and somehow gets a level
I-
6, rotates, gets kills real quick.
I think you need to rotate onto his lane, if any, to kill the Lycan rather than the other way around. And
Yeah.
the only way Quap would want to rotate is like you gotta ruin like a nice haste or you TP to the lane and immediately run back to mid lane. But even then, like I said, it doesn't feel that great because if you have to do that and run back to mid lane after a gank, you're gonna be very, very, very low on resources.
Top lane, roll over. And they put heavy
First blood.
pressure onto Matthew. It does look like it could be first blood. Moon walks him down. He eats a lot of damage himself, though, and he ends up being the first blood here. It's Matthew who picks it up and then salves it up. Oh, that's a hard shot to take.
Picks it up, sells it up.
Damn. Yeah, Demon now going to have to just try to play in the dark a bit and make a new
Dire's
surprise
turret
approach,
has
but
been
he's
killed.
not at level... Oh, he is at level 2, so maybe he can just get in something. Bottom lane, though, Owie being chased down by MJZ. Kind of had his number bowling him back in this bottom.
KZ already knows. He's like, this lane is whack. I need to just drag waves and just run around in circles. I feel like he probably shouldn't have got this gush spell. Maybe didn't see what happened. Maybe they saw like a small kill potential or like pressure potential. But I feel like he should just stack the waves up rather than just drag one single wave. But it's like really low on resources now. They probably felt like they could have won the lane or something.
Well, Well, it does manage to at least get the pull back to the wave for now. As Owie's trying to zone back. Needs to be a bit careful. Razor rolls on through, snipes it down. It is MJZ who does get the last hit, but the two of them able to score that pickoff. Now kills top, kills bottom. Again, another situation where it looks like the best thing going for Crazy at the moment is Bryle's mid-game performance here. 15-9, but you know, Lycan's right there nipping at his heels 14-3.
Even though AUI died there, I saw him pinging the small creeps because I saw it too. Because he got 141 gold for it, but at the same time, Razor lost 2 creeps for that, and it's just like almost the same value.
I see more trades as they are able to get redemption, taking down Matthew, but it does cost Moon Meander's life again. He's stuck in that awkward spot, gets a bit of damage, and will end up going down. 3-1 start. Bryle's got heavy pressure on the tower now as Chow strikes up Leo style. Leo's fine, you know, he's got that extra regen, he's got the headdress done.
Bryle's playing really well. He's actually dominating his lane because even though the CS looks kind of even, he's 11-9 and half of 25% of his creeps are from neutrals. He might die here actually.
Yeah, Bryle going in. The Wolves do get forced out.
Wow, he gets a regen.
Oh my goodness, the frog blesses Bryle on this day. And now he'll get
He knew he was getting the regen. No matter what, he was getting
a bottle.
If Leo was good though, he would have kept one wolf at the rune, but he was heavily under
look at
attack.
Owie. I was gonna say he's creeping over towards where Leo style is, very low.
Good scan by Leo style, actually.
But yeah, I guess they know or they communicate that Owie's missing from the bottom lane and to keep eyes out. But top is where action's breaking out yet again. It's Moon and Matthew constantly in arms. Moon is able to step off and away from the trouble of Frank while Ritsu's looking to press on now. Ritsu in trouble, getting a bit greedy here. He wants to turn back. He wants to get Matthew. Everybody wants to get Matthew, but again, Matthew will not be falling, and Matthew will even throw the tip at Ritsu just to give him that little bit of tilting pepper action there.
What was Ritsu doing there? He tanked like 4 tower hits. He went back. He knew he was going to get stunned in front of a tower again.
It was just that he made that decision at one point where he's like, I'm going to die, but I'll try to get this kill for it. But not even that happens, and it's just totally miscalculated. While top, it looks like they are going to try to make a go on to Frank. But, you know, they don't have the silence yet on Moon, so they can't stop Frank from leaping away.
Maybe he was just a little tilted because I opened up the CS chart and I kind of see it. He was at 13 before prior to that. Oh, doesn't even have phase shift on puck here. He's playing really greedy puck build.
And now he is set up here in the mid lane. Pretty deep.
Yeah, they're using the siege here pretty well. It's getting a lot of tower hits here.
6-minute rune coming soon. But Bryle's level 6. Just
Bottom lane here, forcing the Tide to TP back home.
Tide goes back. Guap able to pick up the arcane rune in that bottle. But still yet to rotate and make something happen. Leo style is going to continue to grind out through the mid lane and the jungle on his Lycan for now.
You just kind of see, like, honestly, like, it doesn't get better than that. Bryle dominated mid lane. But it's just like, it's Lycan. He doesn't care about this lane because Guap can't really pressure this tower. And Lycan, like, the moment like she pressures the tower, he just sends some wolves and de-aggro the creeps and you're good to go again.
Possible trouble top lane. Matthew able to hop into the Shadow Realm to avoid getting picked off and survives again. But it's on the other side where MNZ does get jumped. Bryle makes his debut on the bottom and scores a successful pickoff on that Razor. I missed that. Unfortunately.
Hod finished here on Lycan. Now you see the moment that Bryle should bottom lane. Lycan stopped hitting jungle creeps and pushes his mid lane in to force his Guap to immediately like run back. But it's nice by Bryle. He actually got to use Arcane Rune with the Sonic Wave, so his cooldown is going to be up very soon again as well.
Yeah,
appropriately Lycan's next move, he's going to slowly start farming towards this top lane and use his Hot Creep and pressure this, be able to kill this troll once more and pressure this tower. I think that's his best move that he can make right now. But Bryle, though, unfortunately shoved this lane in, so they feel that they needed to respond to it.
Got that Helm of the Dom on Leo style. He's got a Centaur friend by his side for now. And we'll get back to the lane as we're getting closer to now level 6s coming together here for our side lanes. Kezu's about 5.5 on one end, and we're gonna have a Puck and Coil here soon enough.
8-minute rune, 50-50. Let's see who gets lucky.
Guards the bottom one. It's been top like every single rune so far. Haste for Matthew.
3 for 3 on top. I mean, I don't really like what Leo's doing. Honestly, I think he should like be farming closer on the left side and being able to run towards top. I know he's doing a good job by keeping his lane shoved in, but like you should farm your way towards top, and if anything, give a lane to the support mid, and being able to pressure this top lane, kill this troll. You can kick him out of lane very easily. It's a little different now because he's 6. It's just because he had such a bad start. He was under leveled, but he still might be looking into doing it soon.
Jumper Frank. Still no silence though.
Pop TP bottom actually.
At the same moment, bottom lane again. Bryle making moves with a new ulti, screams it out, unable to get the finish. He has to go in to clean it up, but they lose Owie for it. And they turn and run. Now rotation's coming out from Thunder Predator, and the chase is on. Leo style, full shape shift, looking to chase out Queen. Bryle blinks out and gets chomp, chomp, chomp. Needs one more, needs 2 more, needs 3 more, 4 more. Gets them all, gets it done.
Misses anchor smash.
Fortunate for Crazy to try to stop the chase on from Lycan there, and it's a successful hold off here. Bryle's second rotation not going to work out the same way as the first go around, but they do manage to finally get the pesky Frank Puck in the top lane.
I was wondering how they didn't die. I thought it was level 2 Maledict because it was level 3, but it's only level 1 because they threw Ravage and Quap ulti on it, and I saw the burst. I was like, okay, he's dead, and he survived with about like 60 HP left after the Maledict.
He's such low level. I mean, no surprise he's been rotating around a lot, you know, playing the wards to the mid lane. He's giving space for Kezu to get solo XP, I suppose, but yeah, you can see.
Rough off lane, honestly.
All right, 10-minute rune, 10-minute bounties. Everybody getting frisky here.
Puck is now 10 minutes into the game. They should look into using his 6. Matthew should be getting a tome, I think. Yeah, no, he's getting a tome.
I want to see the combo. Terrorize Coil could certainly do
Terrorize
work.
Coil on top of the Bedlam, so much damage. Matthew's a little slow here. He generally buys. It's like kind of like a timing, right? The moment that this 10-minute hits, you want to be able to bring this tome as soon as possible. He bought it at like 10:40, and like he misused the courier, so he has to wait an additional like 20 seconds. So you kind of missed your like timing.
Well, they're moving without him. Frank says I found an opening and moves right in for the coil setup onto Moon, but he's eating a lot of tower damage here. The Wolf goes in, and finally they get Moon. Moon a little slow in trying to boulder roll away.
Uh-oh. Bryle?
Bryle now stuck in the trees. Bit awkward. Does have the ult, but gets stomped. Uh-oh. Goes out, gets off the scream. It's not enough to finish off Leo, though, but there's Owie. He steps in. That should be enough.
Wow. Bryle baited the crap out of him there. He thought he blinked. He thought he can just eat 1 tree, but it took him 3 trees to eat to be able to get him out, and because of that, blink was up again. If he was actually able to eat 1 tree and get all his summons there, Bryle would have died, but instead, Bryle, great positioning, great blink. Strategic blink, tactical.
Very nice turnaround. As Thunder Predator were getting a bit eager there to make something happen. I guess they still have Matthew's ult now if they'd like. And 10 more seconds for the coil. The coil is such a short cooldown, it seems, that they're ready to go again.
No, actually it's the same. I thought they nerfed it.
70 seconds doesn't feel long. I'd say every time an organized fight can happen, essentially, here is...
Moonmeander, bottom lane.
Uh-oh. What's he doing? He's in trouble. Moonmeander on the retreat here. Oh, he goes down. He had the roll, but he's always, like, waiting to the last minute to possibly roll away.
No. It just got up. He actually...
it did?
The play didn't... I don't know what his intentions were. He was trying to roll onto a Razor. He missed. But even if it hit, there's like a 0% chance of him dying, even though Troll was there.
Fair enough.
But
now,
Ravage is now up now, so they do have their spells. They might want to wait because they feel like they definitely need damage. So Quap's ulti is up in 30 seconds. They're going to be waiting for that cooldown and try to play around that. Maybe looking to making a smoke play. Because I feel right now, Crazy needs to be active, and they need to be able to make plays and kills on the map.
Here they go. They're getting pretty active top lane here. A roll-in ult set up from Moon. Maldic combo. And that makes quick work of Frank's puck. Owie, though, is going to get sniped down. Long shot there from Matthew. Gets the finish. Moon Meander could be next, but he's able to boulder away from this one.
They almost got the coil terrorize combo. He was like one screen away. He was really close to being able to use it.
They still got it. They still want to use it, so they smoke up and try to rotate what looks like all the way down and possibly through to the mid lane here. Still have that Ravage.
Yeah, he does finish Yules on Razor now. I was kind of mentioning at the beginning how important it is for Stroll.
Certainly right. We'll see what kind of use they make out of it. It's been a very quiet game for Razor up to this point. Obviously takes some time to kind of build up. He wants to get that Yules online you were talking about, get some levels.
He's definitely using his item timing, you know. Remember, it's like when you finish an item, like a major item, you want to be able to use it because that's like you hit a peak point in your hero, and you want to be able to utilize it. Otherwise, it's like, what else are you going to do with your farm? Keep farming some more. You need to be able to pressure the map somehow.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Thunder Predator in firm control of Crazy's northern jungle area as they'll probably try to converge in toward this tier 1 top and go for the finish. Moon's nearby. Oh, they're going to defend it. They feel confident that they have the ultis to make it happen, but they don't have the numbers. They don't have the numbers at all, Jimmy. Oh no! Kezu, what have I come into?
I think Moon baited him to go up there or something because he was camping there. He was trying to get into position, but you can't TP in like that.
Oh, but they do manage to get the catch on the mid lane. Matthew rotates in and gets a bit of that same welcoming treatment. And swift finish. Deny? Oh, nice snipe from Owie. Doesn't get caught from the ice path. The push goes on top for now. Here comes Moon. Oh, can't quite get the stun. Does get the silence, though. But as soon as the silence lifts, because it's only level 1, he's able to TP away.
These plays are so hard. There's like so low percent chance to actually get the combo correctly. Like Moon did kind of miss his rolling boulder, but it's like it doesn't matter, you know. Even if he hit it, it's just like these kills are just really low percentage because there's no hard lockdown for this puck.
Yeah, definitely.
Ritsu though, despite his bad start, like rough start at the beginning, you know, he died, suicided a bit. I mean, he's actually catching up pretty well. Look at his net worth. He almost closing up onto his battle fury as well.
Thunderbird can't afford to really just keep sleeping on the troll.
They kind of can because they do have the Razor now. If it was just liking another like semi carry, then it's a little different. The Razor is like a hard counter for this troll no matter what point in the game.
Fair
and
enough.
The fact that Crazy only has one real strong DPS here. Oh, what's troll doing here? Bottom lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, they're looking for the puck. Yeah, the fact that they really only have troll for like the meter damage, until like late game where Braille can get out of control.
Yeah, and they don't have a way to bail out the troll from trouble like that too. It's going to kind of be on troll in his own way to itemize after this battle period to try to bail himself out from what could be trouble. But Thunderbird just casually moving to the Roche pit, and they're going to get it pretty free here.
Book 3 is actually finished. He's actually really farming like him. Book 3 and Hod probably finished around like 15:30. Or just right now, actually. He's gold. Both games now, it's just Thunder Predator has always full control of this Roshan thing.
Yep. Now, I was going to say, what's best case scenario for Thunder Predator to make use out of this Aegis? Aside from just clearing out that tier 1 top, what more do you want to do from it? It's probably a bit too tall of an order to say that they're also going to try to clear out like tier 2s with it, but what's the best thing you can do with Thunder Predator having Aegis?
Consistent, more map control, kind of similar as game 1. Kind of like be able to. Oh, there's a little engagement.
I mean, they're in well control. They are in crazy territory here. Kezu not even suspecting them to be on the high ground, and he just runs himself right into trouble again. Back-to-back takedowns onto Kezu's Tidebringer.
So the biggest difference between last game and this game is like they don't have to constantly chase around for kills, but they can get the easy kills when they show on the map and defend the towers rather than chase them around the map because they have this Lycan and Jakiro. Puck is going to be able to defend. I mean, he did die here, which is okay. I mean, it's not really okay. It's it was just a death, but
this Lycan
constantly he can pressure towers and force reaction now.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean
Radiant's
about just like rather than they don't have to
bottom
chase
tower
for
is
kills. They could just defend towers, like safe towers, with the vision that they have rather than doing it completely blindly.
Yeah, credit to Crazy, they have a lot
Dire's
of
top
big
tower
ultis
is
to
under
work with.
attack.
So I'm like, oh, they did have to use 2 ultis to finish off Puck. You know, the
Radiant's
Death
middle tower
Ward
is under
and
attack.
Magnetize, but they still have Queen of Pain ult. They still have Tide Hunter ult. They have lots of team fight always available and up the sleeves where necessary, but haven't really been able to have an opportunity to come all together and make it all happen. I mean, maybe more credit to Thunder Predator on seeking their own objectives and avoiding those kind of fights at all costs, but here they could find themselves getting a bit frisky. A jump onto Owie. They swiftly take down that Witch Doctor. And the rest of Crazy have already ditched the area.
One thing I always kind of respect about AUI is like his warding capabilities, because it's like I feel like his wards don't get dewarded as often as a lot of other position 5s that are kind of out there. Sometimes they'll have a little less vision, but like his wards do come in clutch for the most part, every now and then at least. He likes all these like lane wards, unorthodox wards.
Gotta think outside the box a bit. Don't want to go for those atypical high ground positions. Gotta find what just skirts the outside of that sentry range and provides the most vision possible. And you know, even though they have that bit of intel, we see Thunder Predator trudging their way through that bottom lane. They'll clear out that tier 1 bottom, and now all that remains is 2 tier 2s here between mid and bottom. Thunder Predator have that lineup where they want to kind of keep the pedal to the metal. And we got to see what Crazy could do to hold the line. And here's a roll in from Moon. Magnetize. 2-man silence ain't bad. Owie jumps in with the coconut. Tries to get the Maldic. Commits the ulti. KheZu silent. He can't get the Ravage off. In good position. And has to just run out from trouble. They do manage to burst down the Aegis. But I don't think that's nearly enough for Crazy's benefit. Now Richie's going to be left behind. He gets terrorized. He calls out the ulti. And they run him all the way back. Ice pass there, and they'll finish him off, along with the tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Tip there as well.
The second game straight. Matthew trying to tip and get into Rich's head.
Such a nice essence ring too by KZ. He would have died there. He popped it towards the end. Survived with like 300 HP. And this heals for 425. It's a neutral item saving the day there for Crazy.
He doesn't have the blink to be able to get in there for that optimal timing and position on the Ravage. Tries to,
I wonder why he didn't just use it. Like the moment he TP'd in, he didn't get silenced right away.
He not right away. So
I think he should have immediately used it. Lycan actually would have died because there was a level 3 Maledict that was actually on top of him.
Crosses past with the Dark Willow. You don't want to have to use an ult on a Dark Willow, but they lose Owie as MNZ just easily whips him down. Total control for Thunder Predator right now as they just go from lane to lane doing what they please.
Second Yule's finished up now as well on Matthew.
Yeah, Troll ain't doing anything this game. Now if he doesn't have a BKB, he's trying to go for it, but he is a ways off.
He needs 2 more items with the BKB, so he needs 4 items total. It was Battle Fury BKB, like an Abyssal, and...
Yeah, I don't know what Utopia will allow him to get that kind of farm because it has been non-stop here. Thunder Predator. Moon lands out his ulti and retreats away. The Brile left behind under the ice path makes it narrowly back inside on the back of his BKB. Owie will get finished off. MNT claims down 2. Brile sweeps in. They do manage to finish off MNT and claim that 5-times kill streak. They're looking to go for Matthew 2. Self-Fuels is there. Moon goes down and Matthew makes it away.
He's dead.
Never mind. Matthew dies. And it's a 3-3 even split, but certainly still one. Well, actually not, considering the advantage that Thunder Predator are in. It is Crazy who get... Oh, never mind. This fight recap doesn't factor everybody in. Still struggle, it looks like, for Crazy here. As they do claim a little bit of kills, but yeah.
Thunder Predator was a little indecisive there in what they wanted to do. They were focusing the right targets. When they were diving, they were just like, am I going in? Am I not? Okay, I'm going in then. And there was just like that little hesitancy, I think, kind of changed the game flow there. But overall, like good understanding that from Crazy, and they were able to quickly turn that around. And a nice play by AUY actually, being able to get his cask Maledict off and like a 2.5-second death ward on that Razor and being able to set up for that kill for Brile there. Brile's actually really farmed though, despite how this game flow is kind of going. He's finishing up his Orchid, 200 more gold. Only 2 minutes. I like his item, how he's itemizing as well. Because seeing as how much control that they have, you don't see this often where a Quap is actually just rushing BKB.
Yeah, the BKB helped him survive in that previous exchange.
I think after this Orchid, you should get like the Shivas or something. You need some armor.
Yeah, Sheep. It's cool he's getting the Orchid. Just don't know if that's going to be enough to kind of shake up things on Thunder Predator's side, who have, for now, we're farming up in split, but when they decide to kind of move forward past the river, have been doing a lot of grouping at this point. I don't know if it's going to be easy for Quap to jump on backlines to get swift picks. But
It's definitely, I think it's for the to kill this puck or even like Lycan before he gets any spells off.
I mean, if
Here it
they're
is on
forced
top
to
lane
use
here.
the Yules on themselves for the Orchid, it means one less Yules for Troll. So we'll see what
Solo
happens
smoke
here. Yeah. Maybe baiting out Bryle a bit. Nobody taking that bait. Moon wants to jump to see who's there. It's Leo, who's shapeshifted. Moon going for the TP out, and he's gone.
Oh, this is a good now. So I think if Crazy has another smoke here, they should immediately. 2 smokes in AUY. Lycan ulti is down. They use Book is down. Well, Book will be up again. But this is actually a really good timing. It's probably the best opportunity to fight. Orchid was just finished as well. And BKB on Troll. This is the best possible fight they can do. And here's a smoke.
Okay, let's see what Crazy can do with it. An opportunity to take the game back. They have Crazy, or they have Kezu rather, out front. They go to the high ground. Moon's in deep. But Thunder Predator do split apart. The fight is kind of all over the place here a bit. They do manage to quickly turn around and finish off Moon Meander here. And as they run to the other side, Bryle will go down too. I think just a bit of a disorganization between where Crazy want to commit the fight. And now there is not a grouping strong enough for even Kezu to get off a good Ravage. And they just end up losing more.
Kezu saving Ravage till TI or something. I don't know what's going on.
Not even going to get one off this game, unfortunately.
No, but what happened there was like they felt too rushed. Like Troll was still at their tier 3 because he TP'd back for his BKB.
Yeah.
Moon Meander rolled in while he was like kind of TPing in, like kind of close to tier 2. Bryle was in mid lane and Moon just rolling up like kind of blindly as well, knowing that he should understand that there should be wards on the high ground, and AY had like an obs and sentry. You need to be able to control an area before you just completely run there blindly. So they're just completely out of sync here.
Yeah, it feels a little frantic from Crazy's side. But like you said, you know, it's they have Ritsu on the team now. They're kind of like reworking through their chemistry a bit again. And
yeah,
it's kind of showing, unfortunately, for them in this series.
The idea was right though, like what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
They were correct, 100%. Because it's like BKB, Orchid, Lycan ultis down. Like they had all the tools. It's just I think just being way too rushed. And it's like what we were saying before. It's like the team chemistry just all isn't there right now.
And Thunder Predator taking full advantage of that, even though as we know, they play with that little bit of a ping. You know, their team chemistry doesn't care about no ping. And now after clearing out that Roche, they go right back on the offensive, looking to catch Crazy stragglers here. And look who has fallen behind just a bit. It's Ritsu. Does he really want to have to use a BKB here to run away? He might have to use it to fight. Now gets hit with a Terrorize. Might not get to use it at all. He is gone. A minute dead without a buyback. I don't even think Crazy are going to get to do anything this game. Thunder Predator just roll through them. There are buybacks available on Kezu and on Aoi. But now Thunder Predator just coasts down south, and we'll see John for the Megas. And that is it. It's just all over. Crazy shut down 0-2. Wonderful stuff from Thunder Predator here in our opening series.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, that was... I mean, I kind of felt it from the draft alone. I think they were outdrafted in every aspect. The lanes was just like way too easy for Thunder to play. Crazy didn't even have like, Troll is generally good versus like any melee in the lane. And he's playing against dual range. Feels really bad. Lycan had a free game. Like all 3 of their cores were just happy. They could have sat in lane for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it'd still be happy how the game flowed. Crazy felt a lot of pressure, making like trying to make a lot of these like rotations and forcing a lot of things. Especially everything kind of came down to Bryle. Bryle played, I think, phenomenal. He made really good rotations. He killed the Razor twice bottom lane. First with Arcane Rune, moved over. Actually, the second time he didn't kill, but they killed another support, and he forced a lot of reactions. But it's just like the other two cores just weren't happy. It's kind of like deja vu of like game one. Both cores were like having a good game on Thunder Predator's side, and the last core was just like struggling, and it's just like it made up for it. So it's kind of like and just Lycan is just broken.
Yeah, Lycan's certainly a thing, and should deserve the respect of being banned unless you really feel confident enough to have a game plan to take it on. And it felt like maybe something was coming together for Crazy, getting that Tidehunter, but obviously things not panning out as you mentioned here. So I got the update here. I'm going to quickly show the groups if I can and show you where our new standings currently are with this first series now coming to a close. With 2 wins now going the way of Thunder Predator. They have moved up a couple of positions and are currently at 5th, just before making it into the upper bracket. This does knock Crazy down a peg. They're at 4 and 8, while Thunder Predator are now currently 6 and 6. So Thunder Predator will have another series coming up. They're actually slated to play next against Beast Coast here, as we have a Thunder Predator doubleheader. And if they manage to score 2 wins there, they move on up. They could find their way into the upper bracket if things continue to go well for them. I know this is like the back end of the group stage, and they're going to probably figure out all the numbers and such like that. But things looking good so far, and that is going to be wrapping up our first series of the day. I know I mentioned it a couple of times. We originally did have 4 2-game series, but one of them was postponed. The original second series of Crazy versus +1 has been postponed. That means up next is going to be Beast Coast versus Thunder Predator. Now, I believe they are trying to see if Beast Coast is going to be available and ready sooner, so we don't have to have a bit of a break. I'll look into that. Actually, I'll look into that right now. Let's see here. Second series is going to start in 30 minutes, so not a full break, but a little bit of a break. So I'm happy with the compromise there. All right, so with that said, we're going to be going to a bit of a 30-minute break. All right there, Demon. So thank you for your patience and sticking around, but we are going to be heading into our series sooner than later, folks, so get excited. We'll be back in 30 minutes' time for more Pro Series Season 2 action.